Here's how to create a listing post on RealEstateContent.ai. So before we get started, I'm just going to show you a couple of examples of what we mean by a listing post. So I've gone ahead and just pulled up one of our users' accounts just right here. So as you can see, these are some beautiful examples of listing posts. They are a way to showcase an upcoming listing or a rental or even a recently sold post. So when you log into your RealEstateContent.ai account, when you are in the content calendar view, you can click this button right here that just says create property listing post. What that's going to do is that's going to bring up the option to copy and paste a specific link or URL to the listing you want to create posts around. Now, when it comes to the URL, this is going to work with any public facing link. So anything that is publicly accessible, it cannot be password protected. So if it is something that requires an account or a password to get into, it's not going to be able to hold that information. But anything that is public facing, so Zillow, realtor.com, realtor.ca, those tend to work really, really well in order to be able to pull the necessary information about the listing. Now, that being said, it's not going to reference where you got that link from. So it's not going to reference Zillow or realtor.com. It's not going to send anybody to those links. It's just going to make it really, really easy so that this tool right here can go ahead and pull the necessary photos, the bedrooms, the bathrooms, the description, all that good stuff so that you're not having to do it manually from scratch. This will also work for some personal websites. Give it a shot if you'd like. It really just depends on how your website is coded, how the images are put onto the website. So it's worth a shot. Every website functions a little bit differently, but a good rule of thumb is just find the Zillow or the realtor.com or .ca link. Those tend to work the best. So I've gone ahead and I've just pulled up a listing just right here on Zillow. I've copied that URL and I'm going to just go ahead and paste it just right into here. You're going to go ahead and you're going to choose which day you would like to generate the listing post for. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to choose, actually maybe I will choose the 7th of August. Perfect. And you are going to choose the platforms that you would like to generate the listing for. So I'm going to go ahead and select Instagram and Facebook. Then you can go ahead and click create post. Now what this is doing right here is it is actually going to that link and it is gathering all the necessary information so that you don't have to do any of that from scratch. It's pulling in all those gorgeous photos. It's pulling in the address, the price, the bedrooms, the bathrooms, that listing description, as well as any additional information about that listing. So it's going to plug all of that in there for you. So when your information loads, it's going to look a little bit something like this. So as you scroll down, you can see it's pulled in the address, the price, the bedrooms, bathrooms, the listing description, as well as any additional information. Up here, it's actually gone ahead and it's pulled the photos from the listing link. So as I scroll through, I can see it's pulled a bunch of those photos. I didn't have to save any of these manually. And here you can see that it's gone ahead and it's selected the first 4 images that it pulled. So the reason it's selected 4 is because every listing post requires a minimum of at least 4 photos just to make it look really nice, really detailed, and to really fill out that carousel. But that being said, the first thing you want to do is you actually want to unselect the 4 images that it has chosen. The reason being is because you know what photos you want to showcase best. So our biggest piece of advice is to make sure that whatever photo number 1 is your favorite photo. So the photo that's going to represent the listing the best. So something like this, the front of the property, or just really showcasing a beautiful, beautiful view of that property as photo number 1. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to select this one right here. And then you can go ahead and select up to 9 photos to put into your carousel, keeping in mind that your first 4 should be your first 4 favorite photos. So I'm going to scroll through. I really like this one where you can see the water. Awesome. This is really gorgeous as well. And let's do this view of the kitchen. Awesome. So I've got my 4 and now I can continue on to choose my favorite photos that I want to showcase. Perfect. We've got 5, 6, and 7. I'm just going to do 7. As you scroll down, you want to give all the information a quick once over, make sure that it's pulled the correct details, that the bedrooms and the bathrooms and all that good stuff is correct. And then you can go ahead and choose a post type. So think of the post type as what that post is going to say on it. So just like these examples here, we've got just listed for an example. Maybe you are showcasing an open house or a property that's for rent. Maybe it's a featured listing or it's coming soon. You can go ahead and select whatever you would like for the post to say, keeping in mind that obviously everything is editable after you've generated. So this is the same as the other posts you generate through the platform. You can go ahead and head into the editor and change the colors. You can change the fonts, you can change the copy, absolutely everything. This just makes it a little bit easier for you. If there is something specific from this list you would want it to say, you can go ahead and choose it before you generate. If you can't see what you're looking for, you can also go ahead and click into other, and you can put something really custom in there, like beautiful location, for an example. But for the purposes of this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to call this an open house. Awesome. I'm showcasing an open house. I've chosen my photos. And now I'm going to go ahead and click next. And what this is going to do is this is going to give me some templates. So here are some beautiful templates that showcase that property. You can choose any one of these. Again, keeping in mind that absolutely everything can be edited after the fact. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to choose this nice collage right here and then click create post. So what this is doing is this is taking all of the images you've chosen. It's taking that nice template that you've chosen, and it's taking all of the information about that listing and it's turning it into a social media caption. So just something a little bit shorter, more digestible for social media, something that you can push across all of your platforms very easily. So I'm going to let it do its thing here just to create those posts. So once your post generates, it's going to look a little bit something like this. So as you can see, it's taken on that template I've chosen with the open house on it. And as you scroll through, all those nice photos have been pulled in to create this really lovely carousel. And then it's generated you a caption. So it's taken all of that information and turned it into a nice caption that's a little bit more just digestible for social media. So as you can see, want a home with stunning Lake Austin views, this amazing 4-bed, 4-bath home in Austin has everything. Imagine cozy nights by the double-sided 2-story fireplace. You get the gist. Now, just like any other post generated on the platform, you can go ahead and you can make any changes you would like to it. So if you want to add your brand colors to it, or maybe you want to change the font or add your contact information, maybe you even change your mind and you want to change to a different template, you can go ahead and access the editor just by clicking into edit template. You can also edit the caption, of course. So maybe you want to add your open house details just right up here to the top. You can click into edit, add your open house details just right here. Awesome. Click save. You can just double check it, make sure we've chosen Facebook and Instagram for the platforms for an example, but let's say we also want to add LinkedIn. We can go ahead and select those platforms just right here on the left-hand side. Triple check to make sure your posting time is right. And when you're happy with it and you're ready to schedule your post, you're just going to go ahead and click into schedule and approve. So that's going to take that post and it's going to turn it into individual posts. So I'm just going to click out of here. As you can see here on August 7th, now we have an Instagram post showcasing that listing. And we also have a Facebook post showcasing that listing. And that's all scheduled and ready to publish on the date and time chosen. So this is how you can create your listing posts on RealEstateContent.ai. If you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to us at support@RealEstateContent.ai.